You know, for anyone who follows this channel of mine, it's no surprise to discover that I don't like Composer. I don't like Packagist. I don't like PSR. I think it's all bullshit. Now, when I say that to some developers, they are shocked. Some of them are thinking, how can this be? That a guy who has used PHP since 2003, I actually started doing web development in 1996, and people say, how can it be that somebody like that does not like Packagist and all of that stuff? There's something wrong here. Well, what I thought I would do is, instead of me babbling away about why I just happen to think it's all bullshit, I thought I would give my friend Derek a call. That's Derek McLean. Now, he has been a developer for about 20 years. He uses Symfony in his day-to-day job. And unlike me, Derek loves Packagist. He loves Composer. He loves all of that stuff. And so what I thought I would do is just contact Derek and ask him, could you give me a hand setting up a website? All I want to do is get Composer set up. Here it is here. And then I want to create an app with two packages. One, Swift Mailer, and the other one, this AWS. Just two packages. I said, Derek, we don't even need to get it working. Could you help me? Now, before we start, I want to do a quick edit here. And I want to tell you that just before I hit the record button, I had a conversation with Derek on Skype. You can see the message that he wrote here. This is a private conversation we're having, by the way. And I apologise, Derek, again. But he says here, after our interesting introduction, he says, Symfony are about to break everyone's code again with Symfony 6. Now, he has no idea that I'm going to post this on YouTube. He'll be okay, though. But the funny thing is, this is a guy who uses Symfony every day. It's his job. And in public, he'll tell you that he loves Symfony. But of course, in private, the truth is that he feels exactly the same way about rewrite culture as me. And every time another pointless version gets rewritten, or re-released rather, every time that happens, it's another kick in the teeth for the developers. But they dare not speak out because they know what the consequences will be if they do speak out. Now, by the way, I appear to have drifted from a conversation about Packagist into a conversation about Symfony. And I apologise for that, but I should just be clear, ladies and gentlemen. To me, Symfony and PSR and PHP Fig and Packagist and all of those self-appointed aficionados, they are two cheeks of the same arse. Here's the Symfony certification page. Look, they're selling Symfony certification at €250 a pop. Today, as we speak, they've just released a new version, so that's a whole new bunch of certificates going to be sold to a whole bunch of suckers. Now, that's fine. I'm okay with commercialism. I'm a capitalist. I like the marketplace. That's okay. However, in the case of this, they are charging more than twice the fee that Microsoft and Apple charge for their developer licenses. Now, let me be crystal clear about what I'm saying here. For me, personally, €250 is okay. Derek's the same. We could handle it. It's an irritation, but we could handle it if push came to shove, right? I want to also say that I am a capitalist. I'm perfectly happy with you or anyone selling something if it brings value to the marketplace and earning a living. And if you want to go buy a Lamborghini, then bless you. I'm okay with that stuff, right? But here we have something that brings no value to the marketplace, because this page with the Symfony 5 certification was now out of date. They released a new version today. So that's pretty useless. We know that the one they've got out, maybe you're watching this and they're way beyond version 6. We know how this works. We know who benefits from this. And what irritates me is that PHP is supposed to be open source. It's supposed to be something that's available for everyone, something that brings us together. And isn't it irritating how it's people like the Symphony Guardians who, if you go to their site, click on community, and everybody's expecting a forum. But what do you get? What do you get? Oh, diversity and inclusion, a code of conduct, the diversity initiative. Oh, they're such righteous people. Oh, they're so decent. Let's check out the diversity initiative. Oh, here it is from Fabien Potencia. Please let him see this video. I want him to see this video. Get in touch. Say, check what this nutter said on YouTube. I'll be delighted to have that conversation in private or in public. But here's Fabian, head honcho of Symphony, and what does he say? What's the biggest challenge for Symphony as a community? Diversity. So he's really serious about this. Oh, he's really serious. He introduced gender-neutral pronouns and everything. What a great guy. Offering scholarships for women and all that. Oh, he really cares for the downtrodden. He really cares for the down... Well, you know what? Fuck the diversity initiative. Because I'm not going to go around parading and saying, oh, what a great guy. Oh, look at me as I slam the doors of opportunity on the faces of poor people. I'm just pausing to let you take this in. Did you not figure this out? No? You see, folks, it's the ones who so proudly parade around and say, oh, aren't I such a nice person? Those are the ones who have blood on their hands. Now, I've waffled enough. I'm going to play this very boring video. It's about 20 minutes or so. And just watch this stupid installation process. And watch how it ends. I mean, if you're bored, just skip to the last minute or two. I really want this on file. And thanks for watching. That's hilarious, isn't it? Symphony rewritten again. Is this the vibe? Is this the vibe here?
Yep. When I've got the download bit.
Okay.
See that PHP stuff up there?
Yep.
Those 4 lines.
Yep.
Copy them and see that sudo move one. You run that one afterwards as well.
Right. Okay. Now, is there anywhere I need to put this or anything?
Just paste it in the terminal.
Anywhere in the terminal? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm extremely nervous about doing that actually because I don't want stuff to break. Right. So is here okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Okay. That's it, right?
Right, now go back to the page.
Back to the page.
Back to the web page.
All right. Okay.
The download page. See that second command?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
That's me just putting it in a place so that, right, so if you type clear and return.
Yep.
Okay, now try type composer.
Okay. Good.
Alright, you've got it. So, now what you want to do is go into your sites folder.
Okay. Like HT docs, aye. Okay.
Whatever you like.
Okay.
Do it from, do it from the terminal. So CD into the folder.
Okay. So I'm going to CD into applications, XAMPP, HT docs. Yep.
Okay, so you can either create a brand new one or if you like for just make a folder, make the something.
I'd like to call it composer test.
Okay.
Okay, I'll call it composer _ test, right?
Okay.
Okay. So do I change into that?
CD into it, yeah.
Okay. And
so you want it to require a few things, so head over to Packagist.
okay. So Packagist. Yep. Okay, so I want to get Swift Mailer. Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
Just copy that. Well, hang on. I want to do this. Is it this composer require thing?
That's the one, eh?
Okay. So now I paste this in.
Mhm.
Return.
Press return again. Fuck's going on?
You tell me.
I have no idea why your computer is doing that. Press Control C.
Yep. Would sudo help?
No.
Okay. Alright, so that one's no working.
What the fuck is that all about, man? I've never seen that in my life.
I have no idea.
Hold on. Go back to your terminal.
Yep.
Type PHP-V.
PHP
Is
7.
that
It's
correct PHP?
oh, so this only works for PHP up to 6, is that right? Yep. Is that right?
No, that's 7, PHP 7 and above.
Right, okay, so that should still work, right?
Yeah, but look at the that is that the correct PHP? Type which PHP?
Which PHP? Okay,
That's no PHP.
right.
Ah, right, okay. Fuck. I'm gonna have to start again, I think, man. Right, we're using the fucked up Apple Mac installed version of PHP instead of your XAMPP one.
Right, okay.
Right, so what I would do is, see, can you scroll up a bit to that one where we did sudo?
See where?
See that? Right, whoa, back. See that user local bin composer?
Uh,
See that bottom right of the screen?
yeah, I see it.
User local. Copy that,
Okay,
and I want you to say sudo rm,
sudo rm. Yep.
and then paste that.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to plug my power in.
Okay, so we've taken composer out now.
Okay, so we've just uninstalled Composer again because we installed it using the wrong PHP. So, and you said which PHP, right, can you do sudo mv
Yep.
space, so we're moving, see that user bin PHP?
Yep. Okay.
Copy that path.
PH.
No, sorry. 3 lines up, you see it, user bin PHP, there's no local.
Okay. Okay.
Space / user bin PHP Mac.
Okay.
So we're just renaming
Okay.
the
And returning it, right? Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, fuck it, we can delete it anyway. Sudo rm user bin PHP, because you don't use the Mac PHP anyway. Fuck it.
Okay. What now?
Just say yes and return. Fuck's sake. Alright, okay. Can you see the, like, what folder are you in just now? PWD, present working directory. Right, so you're in there just now. Can you see the ... in XAMPP folder? Right, CD PHP.
Ah. Is that where I should have gone?
No, CD.
Into...
Into bin, CD bin.
Yep.
And just ls. And look for PHP in there.
Right.
Right, so can you do ./PHP -v?
Okay.
That's your PHP. That's the one you're using, right?
Right.
So, let me see. Type in ln space -s. Wait a minute. Right, so press up arrow again. Space. Up, down.
What?
I want that ln -s. I wasn't finished telling you what type. So press space.
Yep.
And PHP space.
Yep.
/ use USR.
Yep.
/local.
Yep.
/bin. /PHP.
Okay. Is that it?
Okay, now cd dot out of that folder. And now say which PHP. Bastard. That's annoying as fuck. Why can you not delete that? That's the same on mine. Let's check some. User bin PHP. Yep. Warning, PHP is not recommended. Future versions of macOS will not include PHP. What a pain in the arse.
Yep.
Okay. Right. See the install instructions?
Yep.
Oh, but wait a minute, it's still going to use that fucking wrong PHP. Hold on, I'm going to look this up. How to get rid of that. Of course. I would have eventually found that. I would have eventually said that myself. But of course, I have the answer. Can you say nano?
Yep.
Space and then do the tilde mark, which is down next to your Z key.
Yep.
/ dot. Press tab. And again. Where is it? Oh, you don't have one. Right, type /rc.
Like that?
RC. Yep. Okay. Press return. And I want you to paste this. Wait a minute. That's not the. Wait a minute. Do you see this? That's not the correct path. You've got the correct paths. So maybe right now press Control X. Yeah, copy that shit, man, right?
Yep.
Right, now you go back into the terminal.
Yep. Paste that in.
Paste that in. for the time being.
Which I did. Nothing happened.
Command V. Did you Command V or Control V?
I did. Oh, pardon me. Right, there you go.
Right, so you can see that's looking for MAMP, and that's bullshit, that path. So we'll change that in a minute. So what I want you to do is before that colon,
Yep.
delete the path.
Delete.
Just up to the application point or something like that, yeah.
Right, okay. Okay.
Yeah, just leave it there. Now press Control O, and that writes the file. So that's just to save it. Control O, press Return, and Control X to come out of the editor. Now, up here, if you do PWD again.
Yep.
And if you LS. Right, so it's applications xamp/bin. So press up arrow so if you're nanoing that bash RC again. Okay, so after applications, just put in xamp/bin.
Like that.
Nice. Yep, so save that. Control O.
Yep.
Turn. And then Control X. Okay, now what we have to do here is close the terminal and reopen it for that to kick in.
Yep. Oh, pardon me.
Yep. Right, now type which PHP. Fucking son of a bitch. Oh, wait a minute. You're using ZSH. Ah, fuck's sake. Why is it saying why is it changed your shell? Gonna run that change shell thing. See where it says please run change shell to Z shell.
Okay. Run this.
Yeah, watch, you've got one of the. Get rid of that thing. Control A to take you to the start of the. Alright, okay. Press Return.
Yep.
Okay, right, close and reopen terminal again. In fact, before you do that, CD tilde. In fact, I think you're in tilde. You are in tilde because it has it there. So just say nano dot. Move mv dot bash rc and space dot zsh rc.
Yep.
Right, okay, press on. Right, okay, close that and reopen the terminal. God damn it.
Okay. Yep.
Right, okay, so ls, type which PHP. Yes! Right, so press PHP-V. There we go. Okay, we're in business. Right, so let's start again. So cd into your htdocs folder and we'll try creating this. We'll install stuff, Composer, and then we'll get the thing running.
Okay.
Okay, right, so back into that delete that rm composer JSON. Okay, let's start afresh. So you type composer, you don't have composer.
Ah, alright, okay, I'll just make sure.
Right, so now we're going to run those PHP commands again. It's going to be using your xamp stuff.
Okay. Did it?
Bang, go for it. Right, and then that other line, the one that moved it. Okay, so if you ls, you shouldn't have anything in that folder. Should be clean, and if you type composer. Okay, excellent. Right, so let's try composer require swiftmailer / swiftmailer. And it seems to be taking its time again. It's definitely using the correct PHP. Ah, there we go. Yep, right. It was just, but it's using the right PHP now. Right, that's you. So if you ls, you'll have a composer JSON, a composer lock, and a vendor folder.
Okay, that's cool. Now, let me just look at something, if I may.
Right. So the lock version is what is installed in the vendor folder. That's all the versions. If you change the composer JSON, then you need to run update, and then it changes the shit in the vendor folder, and it changes the lock file to say what's now in the vendor folder.
Okay, so here's the copyright, pardon me, this is the composer test, right? Okay, you see it? I'm going to search for the word copyright, okay?
Okay.
I'm just curious.
394. It's everybody. It's all just going to be all the MIT licenses for all the different packages, is it not?
So we've got copyright Fabian from Symphony. That's fair enough. Well, I would have expected that because he's the author, right? Who's Chris Corbin?
Well, he's something to do with Swiftmailer by the looks of things. Look at the vendor folder.
Okay. So who's Nils Alderman? How about Jordi Borgiano?
Jordi's the guy that makes Composer.
What about Doctrine Project? Or how about Eduardo? Can you see his name?
Uh-huh.
Do you know who he is?
No, but it's something to do with a email validator.
Yep. All right. Let's just see. So that's just some of the stuff that you get. Okay. I'd like to get one more package. Can I get the AWS one? So this is the AWS for Amazon, right? It has many's that.
An insane amount of installs.
An insane amount of installs, right? Right, I'd like to get this one, okay? And I want you to confirm as a guy who uses this that I'm doing it right, okay? So shall I just run that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And just so you know, I've got the fastest connection known to humanity here. I pay a lot of money for it. All right. Have you ever had this one?
I've never used this package, no.
Let's have a wee look at it. Ah, AWS SDK PHP source. Check all the folders out.
Holy shit, man. It's literally for doing everything on AWS. Holy fuck. Surely you would only want maybe one or two features and they should have that in smaller packages. That is just one behemoth, man.
Yep. Let's pick one. There's the S3. Look at the S3 one. Look at all the stuff inside it. Look.
Wow, that's a shit ton of code, man.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Well, I apologise for giving you that boring video, but I wanted to make a point and I wanted it on record that using Packagist is a nightmare. And what happened in that video is very, very typical for a guy like me. Now, by the way, I really am that clueless, you know. You've just watched me and thought, "Well, is he really that clueless?" Yes, I am. But I'm one of the lucky ones because I have friends like Derek who know all of that command line stuff inside out. He's been doing it since before they had a name for it, probably. And I'm so lucky because I can get to phone people like that and get help. But what about the developers who don't have friends like that? What about the people who are not able to phone a guy like Derek? And by the way, that took Derek, and Derek is brilliant. That took him a solid, 24 minutes just to get the basic thing working. It's just not acceptable. And then, of course, I wanted to show you the copyright stuff because did you know that you were getting all of that? I mean, that was one little script for sending emails. That's all it does. And you saw the hundreds of copyright notices. And the reason why I brought that to your attention is because I've had people saying, "Oh, I don't want to use a desktop app, it's proprietary." Now, the desktop app is compiled. That's just the way it works. As far as the licenses and all of that go, if it has a license, I don't know what it is. And I'm the guy who made the thing. I'm not playing the same game as those other people at Composer Land. And what a nerve, to come on and say, "Oh, you're using proprietary software." And I'm thinking, have you ever looked at what you guys are using? I mean, did you know that when you get just a simple email library, all it does is sends emails? We used to do it with this much code, by the way, until Packagist appeared. And it turns out you get, over 200 copyright notices from who knows who. And I don't think it's a good idea to download code that has chains of anonymous developers involved, all of whom can potentially change your code in the middle of the night. Little update, I'll update, and who knows what you're getting. I think that is a very insecure system, and I think it's irresponsible to use a system like that. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. Go to Google News and search for Packagist. It's a little problem called interversion dependency, and it's basically where you get, exactly as I say, chains of anonymous developers messing with your code and nobody has a clue what's going on. Packagist is like a house of cards. And as for the Amazon thing, were you surprised? Did you see right at the end how many folders with all of that code you get? And that's just with a little AWS package. It makes no sense at all. It's a crazy system. So if you ever hear me talking about how Packagist, Composer and all of that bullshit is structurally weak, now you know what I mean. Because if intelligent aliens came down and they decided to be web developers, that's not how they would structure apps. It doesn't make any sense. It's insane. And all of the copyright notices and all of that, and all of those anonymous developers, nobody even knows who they are, but they're able to go and mess with your code. It's not on, it's not acceptable. And of course, let's not forget rewrite culture on this day when yet another version of Symfony is being released. Folks, I'm just so glad that a new framework has appeared that rejects all of that bullshit. It's called the Trongate Framework. And I can assure you, I'm never going to sell certificates for that. It will always be free. I'll catch you later.